And then it was my first year as a full-time teacher ever.
Okay.
And I'd only been teaching for maybe a month or two. It was beginning of the school year. My homeroom, and he's in my second period math class. And it's one of those, this don't smile till Christmas thing, right? So one day after math class, he comes up and he's like, Ms.O, you gotta see this. What is it? It's got a piece of paper. Yeah, it's a note. What does it say? I can't say it. Okay, well, give me the paper. And it's a paper that's been ripped in half. So it's like two people going back and forth. It says, I agree, Ms.O is a piece of I'd like to get me some of that. And it's signed, this is the best part, it's signed the giant beef. So I'm like, thank you very much.
Thank you for letting me know.
You can go now. So he leaves. And my room was, you know where Maggie's room used to be in that middle school. Right, under your, I was diagonally under you. Right. So, and Maggie's in the middle, so I'm like laughing. I don't know if I should laugh or cry. Maggie comes over, she can hear me. She comes in, she says, what's going on? And I show her the note. And I said, I gotta do something. Because if I don't do something, he was obviously dared to give that to me, and the kids are all gonna know about it. And if I don't address it, they're gonna think they can walk all over me. So we look at the handwriting, and Maggie's got her little journals that we pull out, and it matches there's two handwritings, and they match two people. And Laura. Right? Okay, big shock, right? So the next day in homeroom, I said, so that note you gave me yesterday? And he had told me that he had found it crumpled up on the floor. So the next day I said, you know that note you gave me yesterday? He goes, yeah. I said, well, you know, I did a little handwriting analysis of the note. And gee, guess whose handwriting it matches? And he gets all defensive. He says, don't even say it's mine. No, it's not mine. I can prove it. Wait, right here. And the bell rings, and he runs out of class, and he goes and he gets and I never mentioned he vouching, oh, I know it wasn't I saw when he found the note. I know he didn't write it. Oh, well, where'd he find it? Folded up in a book. Busted. If you're gonna lie, at least get your story straight. Get your story straight. And I said, you know what, guys? And I did this whole, like, that's sexual harassment. If I wanted to, I could go to the cops and file charges. And I said, but you know what? I'm a grown adult. I'm a woman, and I'm confident in myself and who I am, and I don't care about that. I said, however, you write a note like that about any of my 7th grade girls, you talk to any of my 7th grade girls that way, you think about any of my 7th grade girls that way, and I will personally kick up and down this campus. And I did say yes, and they just, yes. That's hilarious. Bolted out of the room. And I adopted the 5-foot rule after that.
Oh my God.
He was not allowed to stand within 5 feet of me. So the next year I taught video production, drama, all that stuff. That whole group of boys, we want Ms.O again. So they all signed up for like drama and video production in my class, and he'd come, Ms.O, I'm having a bad day. I need a hug.
That kid.
5 foot.
No.
5 foot.
Not doing it.
I know.
He was the best.
He had personality.
I like a good story and a sad story. He
What's that
mean?
Rest in peace.
Oh,
in Latin.
That's nice. Oh, that's very nice.
Shouldn't you know that, Spanish teacher?
I am. But
sorry.
I'm actually his Spanish teacher.
Yeah, he's
because I'm his Spanish teacher, I did not see that comment. Like,
it was great.
Oh, that was good. Like, cool.
That was
really good. You know I'm full of good material. I just don't demonstrate.
Yeah, I'm full of good material, just not in this bottom meal. When he was little, he was so cute. Like, so, I mean, he was cute. So he was cute always. But when he was little, he was in Glenn's class next door, and somehow one day I had donuts in my classroom and he didn't get one, so it became the big joke, like, give me a donut. Like, and this little 6th grade kid would like come up to me and be like, you owe me a donut. And like it kept going, and then I like, you know, everybody knew him, whatever, and then I taught him when he was a junior. Wow. I taught him and Tyler Loy in the same class, and they were like really good friends. And we were talking whatever, and this is really unbelievable. They went to California that summer because Tyler's dad lived in California. So they went. This is the summer before his senior year. And
was it senior year that he got sick?
Yeah, it was the summer before senior year. They were gone. And I'm home. I'm walking the dog one night. I get a call. Clearly baked, both of them. Like, oh, what's up, Kel? And like normally I'd be like, get off the phone, but he had a way. Yeah. And I was like, how are you? And they'd been so excited about this trip. They were going surfing, and you know they were big like fishermen. And I'm like, how's the trip? And I swear to God, they're like, it's good. I can't surf very much. Because my knee hurts. I swear to God. I swear to God. Because my knee hurts so badly. And Tyler was like, yeah, you know, his knee's really bad. And he was like, yeah, watch it be like cancer. So I swear to God. I swear to God.
Well, for those of you who don't know, this individual we're talking about is named who died of cancer.
He was a beautiful
He was
boy.
so
He was
funny.
like he was just like a.
He lost his leg and died. What was it, like a few months after he lost his leg?
No, it was a
year?
long time.
Long time.
Well, no.
It wasn't like a year?
It was like a year. I guess it was a year.
Because I remember my mom calling me when I was in New Mexico and telling me, and I was upset, and I was just like, every time I tell that story too, I'm like,
yeah, it's
you gotta
so
just
funny.
look up.
You like look up and you're like.
We should probably change to a lighter note than this.
On a lighter note.
So I'm gonna tell the Blake story with the where what I do is I teach archery, and so I teach archery all the time, so I have a professional bow. So I try to teach the kids using the little bows that they had to use because they're like 5 years old. I can't give them like huge bows, so I had to bring my own. I had to bring my own bow to be able to use it properly. So I bring in my bow. It's this huge. It's actually not that complex. It's actually pretty cheap. But so I bring it in, and I brought my own arrow, and so I'm demonstrating with my own bow because it's a lot easier for me. And Blake's like all excited about it. He's like, "Oh, can I see the bow? Can I see the bow?" I'm like, "All right, you can fire an arrow. There's one thing you cannot do. Do not dry fire." And he goes, "Okay. Now what does that mean?" I say, "It's when you fire without an arrow." He goes, "Okay." So I give him the bow. I loaded the arrow for him. I was like, "All right, I'll fire." He shoots. He scrapes his arm. He's like, that hurt. That wasn't pleasant at all. So I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I put the bow down. I'm helping one of the kids. Behind me, I just hear, and I turn around and I have my shades on, and he turns around. He's holding the bow, and all that's left in his hand is like the handle of the bow. Like that's it. Like the string's gone, the top and the bottom is gone, just the handle. That's it. And he just looks at me, and the first thing he says, like he doesn't even move, just his head turns, and he looks at me, and the first thing he says, "I'll get you a new one." Like, I'll get you a new one.
But you have the picture of Blake doing that.
Yeah. And just like holding the remnant of the thing.
So see, the difference is, I don't know if you've seen the regular bows that we give the kids, where it's just like the plastic arch and the string, and that's it. His bow had like gears and stuff.
Katniss bow.
Yeah, it was a Katniss bow. I was expecting a Mockingjay to fly out of it.
So that what happened was he says Blake doesn't have that much money. It was a $300 bow, so he's trying to pay me back. And I'm saying, "No, Blake, you don't have to pay me back because he's my best friend." So I'm like, no, it's fine, whatever. I'm not an angry guy. So what he does is one day to try to pay me back, he gives me $20 worth of quarters. He just gives me this bag and full of quarters, and it says a note, and it says "sorry" with a little teary face. And so like there's actually $25, but he needed to borrow $5, so he actually gave me $25 and took $5 back.
It was so funny. He literally hands it to him. I was right there. He hands it to him. He goes, "Here's $25," and 30 seconds, if not less, later, he goes, "Can I borrow $5?"
He's so funny.